At the Flanders DC Knowledge Center, in a collaboration with Vlerick Business School, we are generating knowledge and know-how to help Flemish entrepreneurs become more creative and more innovative. Now, we are very eager to share this knowledge with the largest audience possible. Therefore, we have set up the concept of a creativity talk. During such a talk, participants are getting in touch with the latest academic results, which are then complemented with testimonials from leading entrepreneurs.
Thriving in today's world, today's economic world, requires agility. Small means agile. Small companies are better adapted to survive and to perform better these days because they can change much faster. They can adapt to their environment better than the large corporations. Now, we usually think about virtual teams as something that you do in large corporations. However, if small companies are to use virtual teams, that gives them a competitive advantage to be extremely flexible, but to have access to a talent pool that they do not have in-house. So the drawback that they used to have before, and that is that large corporations were able to pay the best experts in the field and to hire them inside, is now no longer an advantage for the corporations. It's an advantage for small companies. Because in virtual teams, you can access anyone around the globe and get them in your team to innovate, to perform better. Virtual teams allow tapping into the human resources potential that is now not active or not active enough in the workforce. Virtual teams means flexible work, working from home, working at times that you prefer to work in. It means working with very different people. It means having access to mentoring that normally you don't have access to in the people close next to you, having access to expertise that you don't have near you. It means being able to develop better. It means bringing in the workforce and developing it. I would say there are two main conditions for innovation in teams. One is to have a diverse composition of the team, to have a knowledge that is very different from each other of the members, to have functional backgrounds that are very different, to have worldviews that are very different. The second condition and more important one is to create an environment where that knowledge is really tapped into, when that knowledge is shared by the people. Now, in virtual teams, there's an advantage and a disadvantage about this creating the organic collaboration. The advantage is that people who would normally not feel compelled to be the loudest one in the group are having their voices heard in a virtual team. Why? Because you would have clear communication norms and usually a facilitator that would give, if not equal time, then at least the opportunity to all group members to talk. The disadvantage is that unless you can create a collaboration environment that emerges at some point as being organic, as being trustful, as being psychologically safe for the group members, it remains something cold and impersonal, and people will not feel compelled to try to work together. They don't feel, as we would say, the community. They don't feel the collaboration. So the main message about virtual teams is get the right people in, but more importantly than that, make sure that you create the conditions for true collaboration to emerge. Don't convince them. If it needs convincing, it won't work. Just make it so that they are interested in going digital. Bring up front the young people who will be very, very happy to finally be able to use at work the media that they are most accustomed with, and that is the social media. And create the proper social media environments within your company that eases communication flow within the company between people, and let then the key stakeholders, the key gatekeepers, to be the young people who are already using it. Let them set out the trend, but let it out of your hands. They will decide how to do it.